You ready for some comic book reviews? Well, we have reviews for you. We finally got the trade for an issue 1 that we read a while back. There was only 3 issues. I should have got all 3 ordered, but the shop that I got the first one from did not order 2 or 3 and didn't know there was a 2 or 3. So, take a drink. Great. Art Baltazar would say that did that artwork behind me. Take a swig. If you have it, grab it. It's good for you. That'll get rid of my scratchy throat. Doubt it. See what happens. We got the Giant Kokju. Yeah, not Kaiju. Kokju. Done by Duggan, Koblish, Hi-Fi, Sabino, and Gray. This is it. The full release of the Giant Kokju, as it was intended. Despicable Deadpool's Gary Duggan and Scott Koblish reunite for the giant monster attack that movies and TV are too squeamish to show you. It's a tale of woe about a monster with physical needs. It needs a restroom. It needs food, too. And most unfortunately, it needs sexual satisfaction. The only thing standing in its way are the men and women of science, chock full of violence, mild gore, sexual situations, nudity, dudity, turds, comedy, drama, and tasteful swearing. This story has something for everyone. Collects Giant Kokju number 1 to 3, along with a lot of extra goodies, including a cover gallery, scripts, and sketches. This trade is the whole shebang. Should be. If you're only putting 3 issues in a trade, you better be giving us lots of extras. And they do. We get a nice preview of some upcoming stuff that's coming out. You got your art and sketch gallery and some of your script layouts. Just, of course, all the different covers out there. I'm not going to show them off because I'm sure a lot of them are covered up. But, well, not really. But yeah, if you ever wondered what would happen if a Kaiju Godzilla-like character came into the city and what would happen beyond the total destruction of the city, you never seen Godzilla take shit. You never seen him burp, throw up, spit, none of that stuff. Just shoot flames, lightning, electricity, whatever. And nothing else really happening. And you gotta think about it. It's like, well, this giant creature came out of the ocean, obviously has to have bodily functions. And you wonder about those things. Well, if you didn't wonder about those things, now you will. Especially if you read this book. I mean, unless you're a Kevin Smith style character that looks for the dinosaur butthole on all the dinosaur movies and stuff like that. This one gives you what you didn't know that you needed. But yeah, just watching the diarrhea, then the creatures that are coming out of the diarrhea, and all the sexual references and things that happen. It's a very interesting story. I think I could have been super happy with issue 1 and leaving it at that. I didn't need to go all the way to issue 3 and find out what they did to him. in the end, I hope we get something more of this in the future. Like a Destroy All Monsters version where we have a bunch of different kaijus coming out and all kinds of things happening. Kaijus battling away, getting punched and hit, and as they're getting punched, they got stuff flying out their balls. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, you think about it, even with the kaiju's battling each other and stuff, even if they're hitting each other, even their spit and stuff is about the size of a building. So anything that's flying out of their body is going to do some severe damage. Yeah, I don't want to give away any more than that, but you get the gist of it. It's very goofy. All right, now we got God mode. This is basically a video game story about and it goes back to 1995. Gives you a story thing about a video gamer, and then her friends and family, and certain abilities, what they have to do to fix what's going on, and the attitude, who's better than who, and it's basically a gamer battle. Is what and we get Street Fighter style parodies going on in here, and battle to be the best while you're trying to survive a time where you had to deal with bandwidth and computer issues where you're at dial up and do certain things with the modem. Things would happen in the middle of a game, or you're like the top player and you're doing great, and all of a sudden everything shuts down on you, and what do you do then? All hell breaks loose. Uh, it was interesting, but not interesting enough for me to go and get the rest of them. I know there's more. I picked up one to check it out. I'm glad I only picked up one, uh, but I very highly doubt that I'll go back to that and see what else they have in there. We got from Xenoscope, Grim Tales of Terror Quarterly, the 2023 Halloween special. And the cover's kind of got like a 3D effect to it. I'd like to put my 3D glasses on it. It's got that blues and reds. So I think that could pop out. I think the castle behind her would pop out. And then her scythe would pop out nicely also. Some interesting things happen throughout it. But and we got a Lemmy Kilmiser. Gonna make an appearance. But this is one that I read a while back. This is one of the first ones I read, so I'm trying to refresh my brain on this. And we got some characters that have a person imprisoned. Oh, they find a person that's imprisoned, and they're messing around with this person's stuff. It's kind of got a serial killery vibe to it. We find out about it kind of goes. It's kind of like a back history style story where a character was bad to someone else, did some things to them. Some things come to fruition that end up uh, bringing those events into light, and he kind of realizes what happened by the outcomes of what he did to someone else, and it's just one of those style stories where watch what evil deeds you do and what's going to come back to bite you in the ass in the long run. But Xenoscope always does a wonderful job with their holiday specials and crossing our different characters around. This one didn't really have, I mean, we got our Grimm character, but we didn't really get a bunch of other characters like we get in the other ones. But there is lots of twists, turns, and murder in this book. So that's what you're into. This is for you. But I kind of miss having all my little Grimm characters mixing and mashing with the holiday specials. Fun way. And we got Grubbs Halloween Spooktacular. Grubbs is the Dennis the Menace, the Kelvin and Hobbes, Kelvin, the troublemaker kid from the cartoons. And here you have Halloween parties, and Grubbs shows up and has some special little tricks on, and they're doing a group. Oh, they got like a Halloween party going on for the kids. Then they're going to do a group trick or treat. But Grubbs got his trick or treat thing all planned out. He knows which houses have the best candy, and he's got it all mapped out so he can hit the main houses first, collect as much candy as he can. Wants to do it by himself, but the kids group has a buddy system going on, and he wants to be alone because if you're trick-or-treating alone, you can get more candy that way because they feel bad for you. And he does his little shenanigans, trickery, his troublemaking things throughout, and they all got fun, interesting twists and turns. It's fun with his ideas, what he does, and he gets teamed up with a certain girlfriend of his. She has it out for him from the start. Yeah, you gotta read it, see what happens. And these are from Keen Spot, and they have a variety of them. They show at least 3 issues on the back of regular Grubbs. So I want to give you. I'm not getting none of the creators out because they have to get them out. You got Max Weber, Remy Izu, Mokhtar, and Ted Dawson are the creators of this one. But yeah, as you can see on the back, there's a variety of other regular Grubbs comics that they have. I want to pick them all up. I want to get whole Grubbs run. He's the interesting character. I want to know more. I want to know what he's going to get himself into. See where he goes. We got Hatchet Halloween Tales V, number 1. They're all one-shots. They do one every year. This is a variety of characters, including Cullen Bunn's got some work in here. Matt Webb, James Corrick, Constantine Paredes, S.A. Check, and there's just all kinds of people in here. But you get you a page to look at here. Do it one-handed. But great basic artwork. Our Crowley character is dealing with the lingers for the holidays again. Every Halloween, all his victims come back, and you get to see him pop up all over the swamp, and he gets to go after them again if he wants. He's got other entities that he's got to deal with in the woods. We get some family history in this story. This group of stories. It's like 3 or 4 or 5. I think it's 3 stories, but could be more. Short stories, but they're all well done, all complete. Don't leave you hanging. Oh, you can see his chicken paw. Little chicken paw. Little fuzzy chicken, like, yeah, you just want to grab that little drumstick and eat it. Yeah, I want to nibble that little drumstick. Well, that's where he had his IV when they ripped his teeth out. Had 6 teeth removed. Poor guy. And then we got Art Baltazar and Electric Milk Comics. We got Lunar Lizard, #1, and Lunar Lizard, #2. These are a blast, again, with the wonderful painted floor backs with different characters on the back. But you basically get our lizard and our monkey character traveling around space and time, meeting interesting characters, and either helping them or causing problems or whatever. And they try and solve things along the way, and they're a fun little team up of characters. I like them as a team. I like their shenanigans that they get into. And the scientist, the lizard guy, he's comes up with a lot of great things to help things out. It's just fun, family friendly, all ages style comics, along with Meteor Mite. This is #3. Yep, by Art Baltazar. Our Meteor Mite character just has to keep dealing with entities that are gonna get in his way and cause some problems. And he's gotta fight back and save it. Kind of got the Green Lantern feel to this character, and we get to learn about there's the 2 factions that are always fighting. We get to learn about his power, how he got it from the gem. Oh, really? Is that rough? Did I talk too much when you're trying to sleep? Oh, you got your 12 hours of sleep last night. 15. You're still good to go. But you kind of get, and this is issue 3, but we kind of get the origin story of Meteor Mite in here. And someone tries to take his powers away. And we find out what's up with his powers. And another character on the back of that one. I don't know if I showed that. It's a fun twist on learning more about the character and his abilities and who controls the abilities, why he has them, and all that stuff. It just definitely has the Green Lantern style character feel, but I love the Meteor Mite character. I really want to hope that we get lots more of him, and we kind of are, because there's an awesome new crossover now with Jamie Cosley joined forces with Art Baltazar, and they did Meteor Mite and Spitfire Space Cricket #1. This is our origin story of our 2 characters teaming up, joining up, learning about each other, And we get to learn more about the Mystic Crystal in this one also. And the Mystic Crystal is in both these books. And then we get to see some evildoers that they have to deal with along the way. And everybody's kind of like in a search for this crystal that's taking a nap and taking a break. And they're trying to figure things out. And while they do, they have to deal with all the things that are happening around them. And it's just, this is a lot of fun. I'm hoping that they stick with these characters for quite some time and we get a nice variety of different things from them. Like to see some offshoot one shots and then a nice long ongoing run of those two characters to get teamed up together, but they work out perfectly as a team, so that could be a lot of fun. Let's see, what did we get here? I feel like I could almost, we'll do one more here and then we'll save the rest for one final run of comics. It looks like we got Money Shot number 5, I believe. Yep. Money Shot comes again, number 5, I should say. This is the end of this run. Money Shot comes again. It's Cherry's World. The triple explorers are trapped inside 80s adult comics with no way out but going down. The epic conclusion of the billionaire bashing arc. This is done by Tim Seeley, Giselle Lagache, Carlos Badilla Z, Crank, and Larry Wells. We show this. I suppose I should be careful what I show with this book. The artwork, nice, smooth art. And we have a character that's kind of like abusing AI or robots, or I don't know if they're really AI or if they're more cybernetic, or basically a robot. But he's been controlling and destroying them for a while now, and at the same time trying to take over other things. And there's a big crisscross here that's gonna solve the issues with our triple explorers and solve our issues with this entity that's controlling things. And you get to see where everything goes. It's a great finale to a second volume, because I believe Money Shot was the first one, and then Money Shot comes again. I'm sure they'll have Money Shot comes all over the place next or something like that. But yeah, these, you get the goofy sexual and references and stuff, like our Cherry character from old school Archie style comics and stuff like that. Just, yeah, very well done, very tasteful, not ridiculous with the innuendos and stuff. They do a good job with those. So check that out. This Money Shot comes again, number 5. And we'll get back with final round for this week in a bit, in a day or two. But rate, review, tell a friend, keep following us, keep trying to get some subscribers, help us out, and we'll keep putting this shit up. All right, talk to you later. Bye.